Hello guys, it is good to see you people that you are watching my YouTube channel for the core physiology concepts. Today's lecture is about menstrual cycle. As I already covered estrous cycle for animals, today we are going to deep into the deeper parts of the menstrual cycle. It is one of the fundamental processes and commonly known as the ovario-uterine cycle. Without any further introduction, we should start understanding what's a menstrual cycle, why it occurs, what are the different hormones which are associated with menstrual cycle, what is the physiological basis of menstrual cycle, what are the cellular and molecular changes which occur inside the ovary, how the follicles are playing important role, how the Graafian follicle is formed, how the dominant follicle is interacting with the central neural system, what is the role of hypothalamus and pituitary gland, how the follicles are being developing, why the vaginal bleeding occurs even though it is periodic, but why it occurs, and what are the advantages of this menstrual cycle. So let's begin with a very simplified flowchart. This lecture will have around 4 flowcharts where we'll try to understand what is the physiology of menstrual cycle. The first concept of the menstrual cycle will start with a very easy flowchart. Menstrual cycle, the term is derived from this word mensem, and that mensem corresponds to month. It's a characteristic feature of mammals, but particularly not all mammals, rather I can say the primates, including the human, because in estrous cycle we have already covered these introductory points. Our focus will be on the human. We will try to understand how this monthly cycle occurs. The second point which attracts my attention is it is known as ovario-uterine cycle. That means in this cycle there is a partial role is played by the ovary, partial role is played by the uterus. Here ovary plays the role in the terms of formation of follicle, then the follicle will form the matured follicle, or what we are saying as a ovulatory follicle, and that follicle will become the dominant and what we are saying it as the Graafian follicle, which will undergo the process of ovulation. So it is ovary. When the follicles formed, they give rise to the hormones. We will discuss in vivid how these hormones are playing important role. And the end point is the uterus, that is the responding structures. As the hormones secrete, they bring out remodeling action inside the uterus, and therefore it is known as utero-ovarian cycle. Just wait for some time, I'll clarify each and every point. This is another important term, that why this menstrual cycle is named so, because in a primate or human it occurs for 28 days, usually it is said, but it ranges between 22 to 38 days. It can go up to 40 days, it can go up to on the lower side 21 days, because cycles are not same in all. But if it is going below 20 days or it is going above 40 days, then it is abnormal or it is pathological. Sometimes in a very famous language it is known as it is the weeping of the uterus for the funeral of the oocyte. That means the uterine bleeding, the vaginal bleeding occurs because the uterus is crying. Why the uterus is crying? Because there is no fertilization and the oocyte, or what we say as ovum or the egg, is dying and passing out. So that's why the uterus is said to be showing weeping. So there is a logic is there behind this line, and we will try to understand this. As I told, it lasts from 21 to 38 days. On an average, we say it as it occurs for 28 days. And it is a regulated cycle. Multiple factors are being regulating these cycle processes. Therefore, occurring for a 28 days is not always true for even the same female. And as ovaries are involved, a number of changes are occurring inside the ovary as well as in the uterus. Therefore, a synchrony is required. The synchrony in the peripheral structures as well as in the central structures. External factors like the environmental factors, the stress level, the working level, the photoperiod, the food, everything decides how this particular cycle is going to be regulated. So in introduction, we can understand these terms. Menstrual cycle broadly classified, if I can classify it into two pages, that will be perfect. But to understand, there is a phase of menstruation we'll discuss, and this menstruation is not budding. This is the vaginal bleeding. That's what I am saying. This is the phase. The second phase is a follicular phase. This follicular phase, I can say it as a proliferative phase, because here the dominance of few hormones will cause the development of the antral follicles. They will undergo the process of recruitment, then the process of selection, and then the process of dominance will come out. So it's a phase in which FSH remains very dominant. As a consequence of the FSH action, there is secretion of, very important, estradiol 17 beta, and thereafter the next phase starts. The follicular phase is followed by the luteal phase. This luteal phase is otherwise known as the secretory phase. This phase is dominated by the yellow body, the corpus luteum, and its associated hormone that's known as the progesterone. So altogether these two phases are there, I can say, but we will include this phase of menstruation. Now the last point which I am writing in this red, that means why this occurs. Actually the point is that, and to understand that, I will write the point here, but I will draw another chart to show what actually happens inside the female body after puberty, so that the cycle occurs. When the cycle will occur, when not the cycle will occur, that we have to understand. Number one point, this occurs in the absence of fertilization. That means fertilization must not occur. That's the point. It occurs due to luteolysis. That means lysis of corpus luteum, the yellow body structure which secretes the progesterone. And the third one, it occurs due to the fall in the circulating concentration of the progesterone, because this is that master hormone which is secreted from the corpus luteum after the process of ovulation, and this is that hormone which